MILTOWN's Best video.
What's going on, everybody? It's me, Supa Dave, and of course you're watching MILTOWN's Best. What you guys looking at over there? Oh, you noticed my new Bowblax plushie. Yeah, I just got that. I think it adds something to the atmosphere, don't you? I like Bowblax. He's an interesting kid, interesting character. He's actually the subject of my video today. You know, it appears that people seem to think that I make snap judgments when it comes to certain topics, and I think I'm gonna do that with this. I want you guys to check out these mental gymnastics. So like I said, Bowblax is the topic of today's video, and I think I can sum up the entire commentary community with honestly like 3 sentences, and I'm gonna go to it right now.
I don't know. I'm biased. Literally, I'm just biased because my friend, my very close friend, who I believe wholeheartedly is a good person, has good intentions, and would never lie to me, says that Kwite is innocent. So that's what
Boom shakalaka. That's what I want to talk about in this video right there. Is Bowblax came right out and says he has a bias on this story. So by him saying he has a bias, why is he making this video? So here's my mental gymnastics on this. I asked myself, what was the point? Why should I watch Bowblax gonna go through all this, watch all this stuff when he already in his mind has it made out? You know, I was so geared up to just say, man, Bowblax, that's the problem right there with the commentary communities. You have a bias based on your chats you've had with your friends, which was basically what I've been saying this whole time. Is it's an echo chamber in the commentary community. There is no real thought going on. There's no thinking outside. There's no coloring outside the lines here. It's just you have to think this one way, otherwise, you know, your thoughts are not valid. Screw you. I just don't know why he won't give us his direct thoughts and he is letting somebody influence his thought process. When he has an hour-and-a-half explanation in front of him, he can do the research. That the people are here for him to do the research, and he's still openly saying, I have a bias. It's just like, dude, I wish you would just say, hey man, this is my thoughts. You know who honestly did that? Jalen came out with a video, and she honestly just came home with a banger thought process, banger thoughts. She wasn't afraid to say what was on her mind and what she thought was valid, and she ran with it, and that video is doing very well. So I mean, like, there are commentators in this community who can have a take and not ride the wave all the time. Sometimes it's okay to go against the grain. You can tell that Bowblax has some feelings towards this, but he's just not coming forthright and just saying it. You know what I'm saying? I wish he would. I wish that filter wasn't there all the time, the bias filter. Just say what's on your mind, man. Don't worry about the filter and everybody vouching for this person and this person, you know. What's wrong with being your own mind, man? That's basically all I'm trying to say. While we're on the topic of Kwite, can we just talk about how brave Kwite was? And he just came out and said it like it was. He bared it out there, and like, that's so respectable and so admirable. And I honestly think what Kwite went through is quite similar to what the Dad Challenge podcast went through recently with his ex-mod. You know, it seems like the Discord creates these really parasocial relationships. People get really in-depth on this Discord app, and it really becomes a lifestyle, and people really make friendships and bonds, and it gets to be real. But back to this whole Bowblax thing is genuinely, I'm stuck asking the question, and I'm gonna ask you guys, why should we watch a Bowblax video all the way through? Why, like I said, I gave that other video 1 minute and 49 seconds, and why should I watch this all the way through when he just came out and said, I have a bias because one of my friends tells me that Kwite's innocent, so I'm gonna be ride or die on that statement? Please, just enlighten me. Please help me. I mean, I did keep watching, so don't, you know, but this is a genuine question. And I think everybody's guilty of this at one point or another, is you have this in your head already, so you think you know the answer, so you don't want to explore. Why can't we all just open it up and explore? So let's explore what Bowblax said once he got hit with that statement.
Just because your friend finds him innocent doesn't mean you should. Laughing my ass off. I agree, which is why I don't think he's 100% innocent. But like, he gave me like examples and his thoughts, and it was like in depth, and like, you know, obviously I trust my friend, but obviously he would be biased towards Kwite, so I'm keeping.
See, I think we're all guilty of doing this at one point or another. We have a predisposed bias, but it doesn't curb our interest, and we're still open to hearing new ideas. So I think that is the answer to my question. I don't know what to think about this video of Bowblax's. How do I feel from watching this? What I can take away from this video is I like this kid Bowblax. He really has an interesting way about him. He goes deep into the weeds. He was really about to sit here and read 300 messages. The kid is dedicated to the craft. You can tell he puts a lot of care into his videos. Like, that's what I'm taking away from this video. I'm not taking anything away from the Kwite story, but I'm taking away that this Bowblax kid has a lot to offer.
I am biased towards Kwite in a sense because of that, and I can't shake that, right? So I'm just like, I'm just trying to be transparent in my coverage of this. Like, yeah, I'm trying to see all sides of it, right? And hopefully I'm doing a good job of that, but also I do have that inherent bias because one of my good friends is vouching for Kwite, and he's known Kwite longer than he's known me, and like I trust that guy like with my life. So
see, I know I respect the honesty. That's the takeaway, is it not? Isn't that the takeaway from the story? Is this Bowblax kid seems honest? I mean, I'm just keeping it real. Whether or not he's biased, whether or not anything, his content is enjoyable. That's what I'm taking away from this. And maybe that's just me being crazy, but I don't know if I care about Kwite drama that much, you know what I'm saying? But Bowblax kind of made it interesting. So that's basically what I'm trying to say with this video, is it's not so much the actual content, it's how it's being delivered. And that sucks, man, because I bet you his free flow of thought would be quite something to witness. You know, unfiltered thought is sometimes good, and that's why I'm gonna leave the Bowblax plushie at the bottom of my desk there as a reminder that sometimes you can make a video off of just a few sentences like this video was.